this video, I gathered 5 random game developers from my Discord server and gave them each 1 hour to work on a game. The genre I decided on was horror. After each of the developers go, tell me how they did in the comments. But let's get on to the first game dev, Jurassic Cringe.
Okay, everybody, I am the first developer on this, so I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna move that over there. So the game is a horror game, so I'm gonna be the builder in this.
Let's go.
Okay, everybody, I'm testing the game. Oh, I forgot to anchor everything. Okay, everybody, I just added a lot of stuff, so I'm going to test it out, see if it's good, and then I'll go on to make the Game Pass icons. Okay, everybody, that was my part of the game, so I'll go right ahead to the next developer.
Hi, I'm myfam1234 and I'll be the next developer. So the genre of the game is horror, so the couple things that I want to get done is music and sounds, sprinting, and then if I have time, a death screen. So let's get into that. So first, we make it first person. Okay, there we go. Now, what we should do is maybe get some music in here. So that's our music script done. The way this works is that we go through all our music and then we check if it's a sound and then we play it. And that should play a sound and should play us some music. Okay, perfect. So now what we have to do is make sprinting. So I made this nice looking sprint GUI and now I just gotta code the functionality.
A few moments later.
Okay, now I have to make the sprint bar. Okay, let's see here. Okay, now it should work. Okay, now it's going up.
Some time later.
Okay, great. So we've lost like all our time from doing that. So now we gotta pick up the pace. So the next thing on my checklist is a death screen. So let's see if we can get that done in time. A4 child. Oh, let's go. That is so good. Sadly, I didn't have enough time to edit the map, so I made a sprint bar, a death screen, sounds. Good luck.
What's up, guys? It's Noob here, and I know I just said I'd move it on to the next game dev, but they had some complications with their footage, so we're gonna go straight to the 5th, but now 4th game dev, Mr. Voids. And if you're still watching, then you're cool. Okay, guys, Noob is back, and Mr. Voids was not able to get some footage, although he was able to make stunning GFX, and it was amazing. So I brought in somebody special because I thought like the game wasn't fully complete and one of the developers wasn't able to really do that much. So we're bringing in Unknown. Okay guys, what's up? It's Unknown here, and I'm going to start working on the game, and I'm going to test it now. Now, I know I am the last game developer, but I'm hoping to make some changes and make it better. I just fooled all of you. It's actually me, Noob. Yeah, I know I really sounded like a different person, but actually, since Unknown didn't have a mic, I'm going to cover for him to make it more entertaining until I start to sound annoying. So I spent a couple minutes testing the game, but then I decided to start looking at some of the scripts. I decided that a main part of the game in particular was the spiky mask thing. I also started to do a bunch of organization since it looked kind of messy. Now I started to work on a system involving the spiky mask thing, so you guys can watch my pro coding montage that I made. The idea I had for the mask was a sort of system where you could collect them as you go and get more and more, sort of like a currency. Although I don't know if I would be able to make a purpose other than collecting, but we'll have to see. I then added a highlight to the mask so you could see it easier. I also made it so when you touch them, you get a +1 in the coins leader stat. Then I started doing a lot of placement in areas so as you go along you can see it and collect it as you go. So I hopped into the game to test out what I've made so far. I then decided to make a GUI. The purpose of this GUI was to show the player their amount of coins collected. I then added a bunch of stuff to it like UI corners, UI gradients, etc. And I tried to make the background color black and the border dark red to suit the vibe. So then I did a little scripting to make it work, and boom, it was working. Then I saw this half-completed UN GUI, probably worked on by other developers, and decided to make it function properly. And boom! I also then decided to start working on a play again button so you could restart. And so I made a little GUI for that, and then decided to do some scripting to make it work. But instead of teleporting the player, I just decided to reset it so it came back to spawn instead of all that teleporting code. I then did some more scripting to make it so it resets the spiky mask things you could collect, so you could collect them again and again for more replayability. I then tried to do some coding with the sprint bar to make it zoom out your FOV for a little, and this thing did take quite a while to do, but I was able to do it. It also had this little tween for zooming in and out. Now with 5 minutes left, Unknown got on that grind and started to be really productive. So Unknown started working on this very productive sign, and yeah, I'm speechless. So with that, Unknown's part was done. Now let's move on to the rest of the video. I just wanted to say a thank you to all the developers who participated in this challenge, but I need you guys to do something. Go down into the comments and tell me which developer did the best. If the developers have any socials, they will be linked below. If you want to play the game, it will be linked down below. Also, make sure to join my Discord server if you want to participate in these kinds of events or talk to me. And thank you all so much for watching to this point. If you enjoyed this video, please check out my other ones. Bye. Bow. Now. Bow.